windows, they spray paint, they steal things, and then they disappear into the night. So
the words of Mayor Ted Wheeler earlier this month describing what he calls small groups of criminals, saying they're different from peaceful protesters calling for change. Good evening. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Steve Dunn.
And I'm Deborah Knapp. Last week, the mayor announced he's conferring with law enforcement and other local leaders on new ways to confront groups like what we saw in Portland yesterday. We want to turn to K2's Lincoln Graves for more. And Lincoln, that plan still appears to be a work in progress.
Deb, Steve, Mayor Wheeler told us last week that getting the pieces in place is all going to take some time. The question many in the city and many of our viewers want answered is how long? We asked Portland police about their handling of last night's damaging march in Northeast Portland and if they could have stopped the group before damage was done.
They were sort of aimless in that first, well, for most of their walk. And so, yeah, it would have been difficult to predict exactly when and where they were going to decide to start smashing out windows.
Lieutenant Greg Pashley tells K2 News officers are trying to intervene with these roving groups when they can, and when they can't, they arrest those responsible for destruction. Ultimately, 8 people were handcuffed for damaging the Democratic Party headquarters. In our conversation last week with the mayor, who is also the city's police commissioner, he told us police tactics need to evolve.
I think that the individuals engaged in these activities are evolving. We need to too, and that starts with partnership.
Partnerships, he says, are just one component of a new response. We did reach out to a couple of the city's law enforcement partners today, and we will have that coming up at 6. And we asked the mayor's office for a follow-up interview today about the events last night to address viewer questions. That request was declined. Lincoln Graves, K2 News.